Welcome back to the Blue and Gold Report. I'm your host, Mark Roberts. Continue with Anteater All-Star Andrew Thurman here. Andrew, we were talking a little bit about the draft of which you'll be chosen. We believe certainly in the first round, and deservingly so. Growing up as a kid, any influences for you? Any pitchers, any teams, any players that you kind of made you want even more to become a better baseball player yourself?
I think just growing up, learning from, obviously my dad. He was always telling me about Nolan Ryan and how determined he was when he pitched. And I've seen videos, kind of studied how he pitched, read books that he's written about pitching.
He had economy of motion, didn't he? I mean, he really kept it condensed and then just powered through it.
Big power guy. Definitely.
But you have a kick like that.
A little bit, yeah. Try to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just learning from him has definitely been, great for my career. Kind of seeing how he pitched, how hard he played, and how much he loved to win and loved the game, and I think that's definitely helped me through my career.
This wasn't all happenstance with you. Your father really kind of brought you along the right way and taught you the mental aspect of it, and all the training and hard work you were going to have to accumulate to add to your physical natural gifts and everything. Have you enjoyed that aspect of it?
Oh yeah.
And I think you do.
Oh yeah, I love working hard and working, towards, it's what I want to do.
Sure.
Being a professional baseball player has always been my dream.
Yeah.
And my work ethic and how, I go about it has, it's always kind of been like that. And I think I've learned that, how much my dad pushed me when I was younger,
Sure.
How much he always told me, or always took me out and, was playing catch with me, and definitely learning from an early age how much it took to, be good at this game, and how, difficult sometimes it can be, and how frustrating it can be at times. But, it's the, the love, the passion for it that, keeps me going and keeps me working hard for that goal.
I've gotten to know your mom and dad a bit, and their good friend Phil, and many people that follow you. But your mother is equally, very different than Tim, but equally interesting. She's a school teacher, but has become a huge baseball fan, and she roots a different way. I watch your dad a little bit, Tim, and he's pretty good. He hides it pretty good, but I know his body language, when it's going good, when it's not. And yet Deborah has a whole different way, but you've been blessed to have two wonderful people like that for parents.
Absolutely, yeah. My mom, she's always out there yelling. I can always hear her, even when I'm pitching, when I'm not.
And that's
pitching.
Something for her to do that. She's kind of soft spoken.
She definitely loves yelling at us. Trying to pump us up as much as she can. She's not just yelling for me out there. She's yelling for all the guys. But yeah, she's definitely great to have out there.
Getting back to this year's team, it's senior day on Saturday. You're a junior. You're going to go on the pro draft. Possibly Dominic Taylor. That's a possibility. We don't know one way or the other. But there are some seniors that are going to graduate. Ronnie Schaefer being a close friend. Scott Gosh, go right down the line. That, I think, is a chance for you and the other teammates to honor what they've done, the years that they put in to really keep this program so successful, and made this entire university so proud of this group.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The seniors have always been a huge part of this team. Ronnie, since my freshman year, I've played with him, has always been a leader on this team. He caught me my freshman year. Last year, he was out for a little bit, but this year he's been a big help. Scott has always been there too. This year in more ways than the previous 2 years, but he's definitely great hitter.
Yeah, and
great player.
What an outfielder! I mean,
That's
he catches everything. He catches everything he's supposed to and stuff he's not supposed to.
Yeah, pretty much anything hit his way, I know it's pretty much going to be caught.
Yeah, it's in that glove.
Yeah, definitely.
What will Ronnie come out and say to you if you walked a guy, you fall behind 1-0 on the next pitch? Will he wants to change things? Say something funny? To say something serious? What do you guys talk about?
Most of the time it's pretty much joking.
Yeah, I would think so.
He's a pretty laid back kind of guy, and
he gets that from his dad.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, he knows that I'm focused. He knows that the confidence that I have, and he knows he doesn't need to pump me up or get my head in the game or anything like that. So he's out there pretty much trying to calm me down, if anything.
I'm getting tired of being in this crowd here. Let's get the game moving.
Let's get it going. Come on now. I'm trying to get out of here. But yeah, it's usually jokes and a couple laughs.
He's a wonderful defensive catcher, throws out base runners, works with the pitchers great, and he's a legit 300 hitter. So, hey, how about Taylor Sparks and the growth he has made? He is a monster in the making.
He is. He's come a long way since last year.
Hasn't he?
I saw him. He always has had the power. Last year, struggled a little bit at the plate. Always been great defensively.
Right.
Always been really good at third, following up Brian Hernandez, who was also a great third baseman I played with. But yeah, definitely come a long way with the power, with the average. Whenever he's up there, we're always thinking, hey, home run here.
Oh, absolutely.
You never know.
He's exciting. One of those guys, you pay admission to go see. Getting back to Ronnie Schaefer, somebody should take a chance on him, don't you think?
Absolutely.
I mean, he's a pro player here.
Absolutely, I think so. If anything, defensively, he's a great catcher. Hitting,
right.
He's always good at the plate.
Yeah, he puts the ball in play. Yeah,
just a great guy to have on a team. Definitely a leader. Someone who's always working hard.
A good size.
Yeah.
So, and that's needed, the strength of the pro game. How do you feel you have learned over the course of your career, which has been so outstanding, to pitch better out of tough situations? You seem to always be able to get yourself out of situations, but more last year and this year, on the rare times when you didn't have your best stuff, you pitched exceptionally well, I thought, with runners on base, and that is the true test of a pitcher. How has that evolved? What have you learned about those kind of situations and how to be successful in those situations?
I think just trying to treat it like any other situation. When there's nobody on base, when there's when base is loaded, nobody out. The way that I attack hitters, the way that I pitch doesn't really change in regards to my attitude and how focused I am. So I think that pays a lot to that. Also, just trusting my defense,
Sure.
knowing that if I get a ground ball that I'm going to get out of it, or Ronnie blocking a ball 0-2 behind the plate, I know it's not going to get by him if there's a runner on third. Things like that have definitely helped, and just growing and maturing as a pitcher, knowing that, like I said, my defense is good behind me, and I'm confident in my ability as well.
It is easy to tell how marketable you will be because of your intelligence, the way you speak. You're good looking, and you got the glasses. The story of the glasses, which have become kind of a little bit legendary at UC Irvine home baseball games.
It's funny.
It is funny.
They're just, the glasses that I, picked out, kind of different.
I have a pair.
Yeah.
With no lenses.
Yeah. Just bringing them out to the field, wearing them around school.
Sure.
They kind of developed a little
Life of its own.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
The Thurmanator specs,
yeah.
Keith, and all the fans kind of bought into it. And it's kind of, I never intended it for it to be like that, but I love how enthusiastic the fans are with it, and it means a lot to me.
Andrew, I want to go back to one thing, and then we'll close and talk to you a little bit about this coaching staff. I thought a real turning point in your career was a tremendous performance at the University of Virginia in the Super Regionals in your freshman year in an elimination game. And the important thing was you were playing to go to the College World Series. You were thrown into the mix against a great team and gave us 4 1/3, 4 2/3 great innings. The Anteaters went on to go to really the final out before finally losing to Virginia. Talk about that game and maybe how that helped your development.
Well, first off, it was probably the biggest game that I'd ever played in. Definitely. But being able to play in front of 5,000 plus fans, for it to be a super regional against, at that time I think they were the #1 team.
They were in the country.
Yeah. Just being there in that atmosphere definitely helped me just to learn more about myself and how I was able to handle that situation. We had a bunch of seniors on that team, guys that I looked up to, so that was definitely a big help being in that situation. Being able to look to them, but growing from that, trying to take that experience and trying to bring it to these next 2 years, and I think it helped me tremendously being able to pitch in that situation.
You know, again, it was an exciting, exciting weekend there, and it really did a lot for Anteater baseball. The exposure, and those people knew how good the Anteaters were, win or lose, once they left that ballpark after that 3-game series. Finally, Mike Gillespie recruited you. Nobody I've ever met knows more about baseball than Mike Gillespie. Your thoughts about the skipper, Pat Shine, and this baseball staff here?
Yeah, like you said, Skip recruited me after the summer of my sophomore year.
Right.
I was, pretty tiny guy. I was only like 6'2", 145, 150 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was a little guy back in the day. But he took a chance on me.
Sure.
I thank him for that, definitely. But like you said, I've never met anyone with more of a baseball mind than him, and I've learned so much from him over the years, not only in baseball but off the field stuff as well. And it's been a blessing, just to learn from him. The way he coaches, I think is great. What he gets out of his players and what he gets out of everyone around him is
Sure.
Yeah.
If I was a pitcher of your caliber, and I was in a dugout knowing that guy's across the way, and what he's going to do with base runners, man, that's just befuddling to the defense. And you got to sit back and go, what a great idea, Skip. The suicide squeeze and getting 2 runs, things like that.
Yeah.
The guy falling down between first and second allows a runner from third to score. I mean, it's brilliant stuff. Andrew, it's been absolutely great. We're going to miss you. I hope there's a couple more weeks left. We know there's one more start. And you made Orange Lutheran and Alex Schroeder, our good buddy here from Sports Information, proud, being a great Lancer alumnus. So I want to thank you for being part of our show. I'll have a pleasure of calling you on Thursday night. Continued success to you in what will be a great and long professional career.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, we're glad to. Andrew Thurman, our guest, will be back to wrap up our final edition of the Blue and Gold Report with my friend and the co-host of the show, Fumi Kimura, after this on KUCI.